break point. Lovely soft hands. Nice drop from Murray, drawing in the Portuguese.
Yes.
But it's just such smart play. I mean, break point down. How often have we seen this so far? Hardly at all. So Sousa's not expecting this, and doing it on the big point just shows the way that Murray thinks on the court.
Yeah, and the come on, the sign of problems being solved. He's a great problem solver, Andy Murray, on the court. Well, good attitude from Sousa after getting absolutely nothing out of the promising start to the match, being outplayed in the end 6-2 first set. He's come out very aggressively.
Again, Sousa doing well there with that short ball. Using the forehand nicely. It's these points now, the break points that haven't been really kind to Sousa.
Good pair of lungs on him, hasn't he, Andy Murray? Break point number 2 in this service game. Number 4 in the match so far. He's got it this time, at the 4th time of asking. Finally, the breakthrough comes for the Portuguese. And that is just reward for some aggressive play. First blood to Sousa. I can tell you that Ano Ivanovic has taken the first set over on Rod Laver against Madison Keys by 6 games to 4. We'll bring you an update on that match very shortly. Leighton Hewitt, of course, a couple of evenings ago was saying farewell from a singles point of view to the Australian Open. Well, he continues in doubles with Sam Groth, who lost to Andy Murray in the previous round, and they've been in winning form today, coming through in 3 sets.
Love 50.
Surprising, Chris, to see Andy Murray surrendering serve at the beginning of a set, having taken the first one so comfortably.
Yep, but Sousa played well, played a good game. There's no need to panic. I mean, it's one game, isn't it? So, I mean, Murray, like the other best players in the world, are so good at just regrouping, blanking it out of their minds and just get on with the next game. But certainly, Sousa started taking the ball a lot earlier. He's getting forwards a lot more. You know, like that, I mean, he's taking it on, he's playing the right way, so Murray just needs to be a little careful he's not a little passive from the back.
Forty, 15. Forty, 13.
Better from Andy Murray.
Yes.
Regrouping after losing his serve in the previous game. Almost nonchalant, wasn't it, from Andy Murray? But terrific placement.
Advantage, Murray.
Yeah, one of his favourite shots as well, isn't it? That hook forehand where he comes around the side of the ball. Creates a beautiful angle.
Yes.
Oh, Sousa regrouping very well.
Advantage, Sousa. Game, Sousa. Sousa leads 2-0.
I was just getting news from Rod Laver Arena and getting pictures of a very concerned looking Ana Ivanovic, because news just reaching us that it's actually Nigel Sears, her coach, who has collapsed courtside during the match between Ana Ivanovic and Madison Keys. Players now going off court and going back to the locker room. So a delay in play over on Rod Laver Arena, and news just reaching us that it's actually Nigel Sears, former head of British women's tennis, of course, here, and well, a fellow commentator here at Eurosport, and father of Kim, of course, Andy Murray's father-in-law. And well, worrying news, Chris, coming through, and we hope, of course, on behalf of everybody watching at home at Eurosport all around the world, that things are okay for Nigel Sears.
Yeah, very worrying. I mean, yeah, fingers crossed there.
We'll keep you posted on any more news we get through.
That's 15 foot. Video.
In the meantime, while we were being distracted by that distressing news coming through from Rod Laver, should just confirm that Sousa managed to hold on and hold serve in that previous service game. So 2 lovely leads here.
Amazingly enough, I mean, in the second set, it's only the first unforced error that Sousa has made. It's been so much more solid.
Perfect tennis. Really good depth from Sousa, who is finding a new level here, you fancy. And causing the British #1 all sorts of problems.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely touch. Look at the racket head. There's no swing, is there? It's just cushioning the ball.
Advantage Sousa.
Something not quite right with Andy Murray today. Of course, it's worth mentioning that he will be, we assume, blissfully unaware that there is a problem on the other court with his father-in-law, Nigel Sears. Play still delayed over on Rod Laver.
Mr. Murray showing a call on right service line, ball's gone up. First hand, second serve.
Such an opportunity there. Not sure I get a
Yes.
chance to get a double break up on Murray again.
2 challenges remaining.
Needs to take that one.
Advantage Murray.
That's better. Murray producing the big ace when he needs it.
Yes.
bet he wishes he had that backhand again he had on break point to play in this manner.
Advantage, Murray.
Murray expecting an overrule from Maria Ciciak, but didn't come. And choosing not to challenge, I think. Well, once again, Murray so quick off the mark to get to that drop shot, and he's had to work extremely hard, which is all credit to Sousa, just to hold serve. Still a breakdown. Sousa 2-1, second set.
It's just a ball, but nothing has more power to bring us together. To inspire and to connect us to one another. At FIFA, we believe passionately in the power of football to build a better future. For the game, for the world.
We're just keeping half an eye on events over on Rod Laver Arena. I can tell you that players now officially been suspended. The two players, Ana Ivanovic and Madison Keys, have both returned to the court just to get their rackets and bags and have gone off the court, which doesn't bode well. And if you're just joining us, that is because Ana Ivanovic's coach, Nigel Sears, such a mainstay of British tennis, British women's tennis in particular, and also Andy Murray's father-in-law, has collapsed courtside. Happened half an hour ago or so, and is, we believe, receiving medical treatment behind the scenes. And we've got one eye on pictures on Rod Laver where there is still a packed crowd, but there is no tennis, and play is officially suspended. So we'll bring you more details on that as we get it. Meanwhile, Sousa with the break.
Sousa really pinning Murray in that backhand corner. Game very solid.
solid hands from Andy Murray at the net.
40,
We're so good with that backhand at fading that ball away, whether it's a ground shot slice or a volley. There's side spin on it as well to take it away.
Oh, it's beautiful stuff from Andy Murray. Onto it like a flash and forcing the error from Sousa, who must have thought he'd won that point.
13.
Against a lot of players he would have done, but again, so quick. Good with the double hands there as well. A little flick down the line.
Wonderful tennis. This match really come alive here on Margaret Court Arena. The crowd fully appreciative of the level of tennis we're seeing here. And Joao Sousa continuing to defy the rankings. Let's just dip in and then show you some pictures. As we mentioned just a few minutes ago, this happened. The two players, Ana Ivanovic, former French Open champion, of course, and Madison Keys from the United States, coming back on court to collect their bags and then going off court. And I can now confirm that play has been suspended indefinitely over on Rod Laver. This because Nigel Sears, the coach of Ana Ivanovic, who there clearly is looking very distressed, collapsed courtside just at the beginning of the second set, with Ivanovic winning the first set 6-4. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, with Nigel Sears' family, and of course that includes Andy Murray. And what makes this even more distressing and poignant, Chris, as we watch on, is that we know something that Andy Murray doesn't.
What's nice about the drop shot there from Murray is the movement afterwards. So when Sousa is up to the ball, there's no space to put it. All areas covered.
That's easy to do.
Errors coming from the Murray racket.
40, 30.
Uncharacteristic shots there from Andy Murray. But again, further credit to Sousa. 17 unforced errors now from Andy Murray.
Sousa just going toe for toe on the back of the court. Quite happy to trade to the backhand at the moment. Big difference in the unforced errors by the set there, you see, from Murray. But also, Sousa's point of view, less unforced errors.
Yeah, complete turnaround, isn't it, in both columns. Sousa, despite missing that, another example of where you almost don't mind the fact that he missed, because he's putting himself in the position. He's going for his shots. It's the right attitude.
He's getting the right balance. You know, enough balls in court, but being aggressive as well. Unfortunately, on that one, he just overcooked it.
Well, another come on from Andy Murray, and relief for the British number one that he's managed to hold serve, but still a breakdown here. Second set having taken the first.
Forge of Empires. Develop your own city from the Stone Age to modernity. Available in the App Store and at FOE.tv. Forge of Empires. Play now.
Joao Sousa then will be feeling very pleased with his evening's work so far, as we just get a sense of where we are down by the Yarra in Melbourne on day 6 here of the 104th Australian Open. Melbourne Park looking resplendent on a cloudy day today, actually. Sousa then, still with the break. This, you sense, is really where Murray has to fight back.
Love 15.
A surprising number of backhands as well that Murray's missing in the second set.
It's quite a contrast, isn't it? We were saying at the top of the programme how clinical he'd been against Sam Groth in the previous round. Really just blasted him off the court in 3 straight sets.
It's worth pointing out, I mean, it's such a different matchup as well against Groth, big server. You know, so you're not getting too many rallies. So in that match, Murray's objective was just to get the first couple of shots in court against Sousa, who's playing better, doing well from the back of the court. There's more balls to hit.
Another backhand. And Murray continues to chunter.
15.
Again, you see Sousa, he's taking it early. He's inside the court.
Oh, clean winner. Murray so quick in both directions. First into the net to pick up the drop shot and then back towards the baseline.
14,
Remarkable tennis.
Yeah,
13.
but also the awareness, understanding there where his opponent was going to be.
Got to the ball early, didn't he? Gave himself maximum time.
Game Sousa.
Still, Sousa holds. And the pressure still on Andy Murray in this second set.
Sousa leads. 4 games to 2.
That's more like it on the backhand side from Andy Murray.
15 love.
Yeah, got down nicely to this ball. A little flick again with that backhand.
Very low. Low.
Not by much. Much more confident hold there from Andy Murray. But still he trails here. Sousa 4-3 with the break, second set.
Forge of Empires. Develop your own city from the Stone Age to modernity. Available in the App Store and at FOE.tv. Forge of Empires. Play now.
Time.
So play continues to be suspended on Rod Laver Arena. If you're just joining us here, the match between Ana Ivanovic and Madison Keys suspended after Nigel Sears, the coach of Ana Ivanovic, and Andy Murray, here's father-in-law, and we assume he's still not aware, sadly collapsed courtside and has been taken to hospital. Just getting news that Nigel Sears was thankfully conscious as he was being taken to hospital, so some encouraging news there. Well, lucky net caught there gave Murray time to settle himself and pick his spot.
Yep, had up nicely. Plenty of time there.
Oh, too good. Vicious, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful footwork though. I mean, this is what this guy's all about. They can get around the ball. And then he goes for that forehand.
A little looser there from Sousa.
Yeah, that's the flip side when you don't get around the ball enough.
Very, very un-Murray-like. These errors on the backhand side in what looks to be a regulation rally. Trading blows from the baseline. Not usually Murray who blinks first.
Thank you. Again, Sousa.
Well, he got him to 30, but Sousa
New ball
keeps his foot on the accelerator and is moving towards this second set.
5 games to 3.
That's what he did in Paris, Chris, when they last met on the clay. Murray take the first set 6-2, as he did here. And then back came Sousa in the second set. But when you look at the scores of this time last year here in Melbourne, 6-1, 6-1 first 2 sets Murray. You know, the meeting in Dubai, beginning of 2015, 6-love, 6-2 Murray on the hard court. One-way traffic.
Well, there's no doubt that Sousa, he's improved a lot. You know, I think that's we've got to highlight that, the fact that he's playing a good match. Yes, Murray's made more unforced errors than you'd normally associate with him, but all credit to his opponent. You know, possibly given the fact he got a set last time they played, maybe given that a little bit of hope coming into this one.
That was tight. Getting the stare treatment from Sousa.
I mean, there's a second serve. That's a massive serve. So much swerve on it.
Yet again, Murray makes the error. Well, this set has been a real contrast to the first for Andy Murray. He's been under the cosh throughout this second set, and the reward for Joao Sousa is 2 set points to level the match. And the Sousa camp there really enjoying their man's performance. Big serve, just what was needed from Murray. There it is. Joao Sousa is back in business and very much still in this match. And his camp celebrates as well they might, because that was a convincing set of tennis there from the Portuguese. We're all square. We have a match.